שיר in Gemara במציע, פרק הסכת האומינים, דף פ' עמוד א', in about 10 lines from the top of the Gemara. Omar Rabbi Yוחנן. This sugיא is going to talk about dmekach טעות, which means that if you sell an item and you were not truthful to the buyer, then the sale goes back and the moicher has to give back all the money to the buyer. Omar Rabbi Yוחנן. המויcher פורע לחברו, he somebody sold a cow to his friend, ואומר לוי, and the moicher told the loikeach, the buyer, פורע זו, this cow has a lot of different blemishes. He wants to be amnestic with him, as we're going to see in the Gemara, was he? Number one, Achonisi, she was goring. Number two, Nashchonisi, she likes to bite. Number three, Ba'atonisi, she likes to kick. Number four, Avtzonisi, she likes to lay under and not do her work. And in reality, she didn't have all four, she only had one of them. V'sinfoi ben amumim. And the moicher combined it with mumim that she didn't have. So then it's a reize dmekach טעות, it's considered a sale of a mistake. And let's see the Rashi, how Rashi explains it. Oyo b'mum echod, echod min amumim alo lo yubo, only one of the mumim was in the cow. V'sinfoi ben mumim acherim, says Rashi, shelo yubo, he combined it with the other mumim that she didn't have. A reize dmekach טעות. So now Rashi gives us the clarity of the story. Because the loikeach, the buyer, recognized of the other mumim that are not there. For example, he took it for a test drive and he tried some other, let's say two of the other problems, and she didn't have. So therefore, so the loikeach, the buyer, thought bekulo meshaker. The same way he didn't tell the truth about these two mumim that I checked, he's also not telling the truth about the rest. Why he's doing it? He's doing it to throw away any further complaints. So he's protecting himself. So therefore, the loikeach went and he bought it. But if you would known that the other mumim that he didn't check was really with the behemoth, he would not have bought it. Therefore, it's a sale of a mistake. Why? That died to the ochi on that mind that the behemoth should have that particular problem, lo yizov, and he didn't buy it. Back to the Gemara. Another case. Mum zeh or mumacher. He told them, the moicher told the loikeach, the behemoth has only one this particular problem, and he told them clearly what was the problem. And he also told them she has other problems, but he didn't tell them what they are. Ein ze dmekach טעות. It's not considered a mistake or a sale of a mistake. Why? Because since he only told him one thing, he should have checked it and not have bought it. So he cannot say that it's a problem. Rashi, mum zeh mum acher, says Rashi, shepirish lo yishem oisu mum levado. He only expressed and he said clearly only that mum. V'amar loi, and he told him mum zeh bo, she has only this particular mum. V'oid mumim acherim, and other mumim which he didn't tell him. Ein ze dmekach טעות, says Rashi. Why? The cave and the oiso amum iskir lo levado, because he mentioned only that particular mum. Boy oyoloi livdok, he should have checked that particular mum. Now Rashi is now explaining to us the word v'sinfoi. Usually the custom of Rashi, when it comes to words which are not common, so Rashi usually makes a search throughout the Shas, throughout the Chumash, where do we see similar words. V'sinfoi, says Rashi, what's the word v'sinfoi? Says Rashi, chibro, he combined it like the chibur. And Rashi found on a similar words, kemoi, snifim asom, the word snifim asom, the beams combine themselves. Where? In Gemara Tainis. Over there, the Gemara in Tainis tells us a short story about the Rabbi ben Doiso. It was the miracle Rabbi of his generation, that somebody built a house and he wanted to build a ceiling. So he went to the forest and he cut wood and he made beams out of it to put it on the walls of his house. And when he came to the house, obviously he did everything outside by the forest. When he came to his house, he realized that the beams are short and they don't reach the walls. So he went screaming to Yוחnן ben Doiso. Yוחnן ben Doiso davened for him. And what happened? A miracle happened, that the beams combined themselves with the walls. Either they stretched out into the walls, or the walls caved into the beams, whatever it is. But we see that the word snifim is called combining. Let's continue the Gemara. Now the Gemara usually, when somebody on a moira says something that it brought in the Brisa, the Gemara is going to bring a proof from a Brisa. Versus if it's something that it's brought in a Mishnah, The Gemara is going to say it's obvious it's pshita because all of Amoraim knew all the Mishnayos, but most of Amoraim did not know the brises. So whenever we could bring a proof on Amoraim from something that he says from a brise, that's what we do. Let's go begin the Gemara. These brises are very similar to our case, just talks about a maid. Tanya Name Achi, we also learned the same thing in a brise. Somebody who sold a maid to his friend. And the buyer and the seller tell to the buyer, Shifchazu, this maid that I'm selling it to you, Shoiti, she's a Shoita. Nichpisi, she falls down from sickness. Meshuamemes, Rashi says Meshuamemes means she's Meshuga. Now I don't have to explain the rest, because it's similar to what we read before. V'sinfoi ben amumim, arei ze mekachtos, mum ze mum acher, ein ze mekachtos. Let's read the Rashi. Nichpis, noifeles mechoili. She falls down from sickness. Meshuamemes, meshugas. Oya bo mumechot meilo amumim, ve'ashar ein bo. I don't know what Rashi wants in this particular Gashi. Now the Gemara is going to ask a question, which we have a little bit of challenge with the question because it's a very simple answer to the question. But we're going to go on. Omar le Ravache barei de Rove le Ravashi. Ravache, the son of Rove, asked Ravashi, Oyu bo kol amumim alolu. Mao. What does it mean? He told him a whole bunch of blemishes, and the Moicher thought to himself, I thought that it's impossible for the behemoth to have so many problems. So I thought, you're lying. But if I would have known that you're really telling me the truth, I would not have bought it. Look at Rashi. He doesn't care. He only cares for one of them. So the buyer comes and claims, I thought you're including what the behemoth has and what the behemoth does not have, meaning you're just overdoing it. Guzman. If I would known that this particular mum is in the cow, I would never have bought it. What will be the din? And for the Eleke Gemara, this is what we said in the name of Rove. Now Rashi has a girsa, change of girsa, that Rashi says we don't do that. According to Rashi, he found a girsa that it says like this. We add the words afilu, so let's look in Rashi. Afilu lo garsinon. We don't put the words afilu. Ve'ochi garsinon, ochi amrinan mishmei dorove, oyu bo kol amumim alolu, o elu ein ze mekach tos. Thank you.